Hey, everybody, welcome to Secure the Sea. I hope that you are well. It's been a few months since we've been together in this way. And because we're in the month of December, I didn't want to leave you without just touching base. So, listen, put your information in the chat. I want people to connect with you here on LinkedIn. We built a strong community over the last few years. So, drop your LinkedIn profile if you want people to follow you or stay connected in the community, if you feel comfortable. But if not, I want you to at least let me know how you're feeling. How was the weekend? How are things going? What's going on? It's been a while. Since our last show early in the summer, I've been doing the Secure the Seat um, book club every month on LinkedIn Audio. So if you haven't had a chance to connect there, every month I've been hosting a book club as well. I'm in the process of writing my fourth book called Talk to Me Nice, How to Rebuild Trust in a Broken Workplace. So I'm just about done writing. And yeah, just trying to take some time to get some things going. For some of us, 2023 has been a tough year. For some of us, 2023 has been a great year. And so I just want to let you know that even though we haven't been broadcasting on Mondays, we're still here for you. Our success is not a solo sport. There's still so much life left in December. And so, me and my partner in Shine, Mike, wanted to come on and just remind you of how awesome you are, give you some encouragement, tell you not to give up. Listen, I don't know what yesterday felt like. I don't know what an hour felt like. But what I do know is that we need you here. You are important. You matter. And so we're just going to give you a little inspiration. Again, just coming on here just to say what's up, just to check in, just to let you know what's going on in my life. Lots of has been going on. For those who follow me on other platforms, you know that I have a fur baby by the name of Boston Harts. And Boston unfortunately passed away about a little over a month ago. And so I got him when he was 3 months old, and he passed away unexpectedly to brain cancer that happened very quickly. And I told myself that I'm not going to cry on this broadcast because I've been crying every day since he left me. Shout out to just those who are grieving this year. Boston was my sidekick, and I just miss him terribly, especially during the holidays, because I like to think that he liked the holidays because I'd put him in his Christmas sweaters, but who knows? But he let me have that moment for me. But some of you may have been laid off this year, experienced other loss, and so just here to let you know again that good things are on the way. Your best is yet to come. That job that you've been waiting for, that advancement. There's been a lot of conversation on the internets about, what poor is. There was a viral post that of some girl that was crying because she only had $200 to make it for the whole month, and it brought about this conversation of, well, some people don't have $200, or being poor is relative. Listen, all these things are going on. Everybody's experiencing something, and pain and happiness is in the eye of the beholder, right? And again, I'm just here to remind you that your best is yet to come. You're still here for a reason. You're still standing for a reason. Every day counts. The one thing that I learned about Boston Hearts, he would maximize every single day. He didn't wait till next week to say, I'm going to have a bone. If I brought out his favorite little popcorn, he's eating it right then. And so I want you to maximize this month. Don't wait to say, well, I know 2024 is going to be better. 2023 still has some good runway left, and just want to be here to encourage you. I'm going to bring Mike on to share with you and encourage you for just a little bit on this Monday, because we know that times are time and life is life, but there's still some goodness. There's still those pockets of joy. In the chat right now, just put the word joy, and put the word peace. We are hoping that you are going to be just experiencing nothing but peace and joy the rest of this day, the rest of this week. And so, Mike, come on up to the stage. Hey, brother, how's it going?
I'm blessed. How are you, Minda?
Good. We're back in the saddle.
This is it. This is it.
This is it. Share a little bit with the community. I know it's been a few months since they've seen us, and fill them in on what's going on with you, some encouraging words. That's what we're here for today.
Absolutely. I think, Minda, it's so good to be back with you. So much is going on in the world. There's so many tragedies and things going on, and each and every one of us is going and going through something mentally, physically, spiritually. There's a lot going on, but in this time, in this season, um, we have to make room for joy. And as we make room for joy, I believe life sometimes affords the ability to kind of slow down. I know you may have not accomplished all your dreams and goals, or started that business you wanted to, or made that monetary figure you said you were going to at the beginning of the year, but you're still standing. And the fact that you're still standing is the fact and reason you have a purpose, you have a calling, you have a reason to be here. So at the end of the year, a lot of times we're gearing up for some big, New Year's resolution or something we're doing in January. But I want to encourage everybody to do something just a little bit different. Take time to kind of pat yourself on the back. Take a little time to reflect on all the good things you've done, all the accomplishments, all of the strides you've made over the years, because a lot of times we take no time to credit ourselves because we have this thing in our head. I could have been better, I could have done better, I should have done better in that relationship, I should have done better on that job, maybe that was my fault, maybe I should have. And we just browbeat ourselves so bad sometimes that we never afford time for joy or self reflection. A lot of times we believe self reflection is reflecting on everything wrong that could have happened, or we mix self reflection with self correction, and we go backwards and we're thinking, man, I should have done this. But we're doing better than we think we're doing. And if no one else is going to pat you on the back, pat yourself on the back. You're doing a good job. You're doing the best you can. You've done the best you, as Minda Harts says, you're doing the best you can with what you got. You're doing the best you can with what you got. So in this season, as we gather together, maybe you choose to spend time by yourself or with your family or something for in the holiday season. Just take time to self reflect all the good things that have happened, because tragedy and accidents, they're going on all around us. I understand, and we pray for the people in Israel and the people in Palestine, and we pray for the people in Ukraine. We pray for even the innocent lives where in Russia, and people that have nothing to do with political wars or anything, just the innocent civilians in these countries. A lot of times we forget there's civilians in these countries that have nothing to do with politics at all. And we pray for all the countries involved in every war. There's been wars going on in Africa for years that no one mentions, so we pray for everybody suffering throughout the world. There's wars going on inside our own minds in America, and just the war on poverty, and some people don't even have running water, like you were saying about what is poverty, what's being broke. Each and every one of us have a different definition, but I want to thank God for you today. I want to be grateful for you, and I thank God for you, Minda, and thank you for providing us this platform today. And condolences to you and Boston. I know you've been through a tough season with that. That was our homie. That's still our family member. And just want to encourage everybody to pat yourself on the back. You're doing better than you think.
Yes, that was such a great word of encouragement. You are doing better than you think. Put in the chat, I'm doing better. I'm doing better. I'm doing better. Um, and I get that quote from Mariah Carey. She said, I'm doing the best I can with what I got. And I often say that too, because um, that is all we got. But I want you to today take captive of your mind. Michael mentioned there's a war going on in our mind. And that war is sometimes battling us to tell us that we're not good enough. Why is this happening to me? I'm always going to be this. I'm always going to be that. In a negative space. But let's change that. One of the things that we always did on our shows over the last few years is our affirmations, right? Don't forget to talk to yourself nice, right? If nobody else in the house is talking to you nice, you be the one to talk to you nice. You talk to yourself, right? Not to say I'm never going to make it. I'm always going to be this. I'm never going to get an advancement. I'm always going to be paycheck to paycheck. That is not your life. That was not what you were created to do. You didn't get this far in the year for you to just be anything. There's more for you. Let's take just out of our vocabulary. Okay. You made it here. There's more runway left. Let's be optimistic. I'm an optimist no matter what's going on. If I got $200,000 in the bank or $2 in the bank, I'm going to keep pushing. I'm optimistic about what's happening in the next hour. I'm having faith, but I'm also demonstrating with that faith, right? So if you want more out of December, if you're like, you know what, Minda, the only more I want to do is to keep getting up each and every morning and taking a shower and taking care of my family, that's all I got left. That's a lot. That's a lot. Kudos to you. You're doing better than you think. Okay. There's a lot of people, unfortunately, that didn't get to this point, right? In the year, not because of anything they did, but just life, circumstance, those sorts of things. And we're here. I often say that we're beneficiaries of somebody else's courage. Who's going to be a beneficiary of our courage? For those people who didn't get a chance to make it this year, that didn't get a chance to do the things that they wanted, let us be the people who carry it to December, to the end, till we get to the 2024 mark. Let's push ahead. All right. And, part of patting yourself on the back is the small wins and the big wins, right? So if there's a win, even if it's, I got up today, I saw that the live popped up on my LinkedIn and I clicked the button, whatever it is, you got student of the month, you got employee of the week, whatever it was, right? You put $5 away in the savings account. You got a promotion. You spoke someone else's name in the room they weren't in. You asked for a raise even though you didn't get it. You did it. You did the thing. You had the hard conversation. You let some people go. Think about all the wins that you had this year. There's nothing too small. And so let's not leave anything on the floor, on the table, going to the end of this year. If you need some additional support, I have 3 books in the world. The Memo, Right Within, You Were More Than Magic. Get one of those books for yourself. You have a young adult in your life, get More Than Magic for them. You need some extra affirmations. Mike has an affirmation book. Get that. Get the supplies. Get the tools that you need. Success is not a solo sport. Michael, you want to close out with anything to add?
Yeah, Minda, I think that's awesome what you're saying. I want to just give a shout out to all the people and workplaces out there that maybe you have to stay on your job and you don't like your job. Maybe you have to stay on your job because you have to make ends meet. I work oftentimes in the transportation industry. Maybe you're a truck driver and you're out on the road each day and you're staring at the road each day and you're thinking, man, this is lonely out here. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody doing their thing out there. And I just want to encourage everybody. It's a blessing to be alive. It's a blessing to be breathing. Shout out to everybody out there doing their thing, wherever you're at. If you're working a 9 to 5, if you're owning your own business, if you're a truck driver, if you're a nurse, if you're a CEO, shout out to you. You're doing your thing. You're the reason why we can, operate in our society. All the people working in the medical field or the transportation field or wherever you're at, DEI, wherever you're at, universities, colleges, professors, shout out teachers, shout out to you. Thank you so much for everything you do.
Yes, we are all part of the ecosystem. And we're all contributors, right? Oftentimes we say, well, I'm not doing what so and so is doing, or people will message me and say, well, I wish I was where you are, Minda. I guarantee you, there's times you wish you weren't. Okay. But with that said, we all have a role to play, and we all have a certain position to play in the game called life. Some of us will be point, some of us will be guard. At times, we'll play the guard role. We'll be the boss. Some of us will be the forward. Some of us will be what's another
Center,
center. we all have.
cheerleader, audience,
Some
bench.
will be the cheerleader, some will be the coach. Like we all have a role to play in this game called life. Do not discount the role that you hold today, because somebody needs it. Somebody needs just what you have. And so again, we just popped on just to remind you of your worth. Don't give up on the rest of this year. We're not here to tell you to take another certification, do another thing. If that's what you want, you do it. If you just want to relax and rest and reset, do that too. But do not give up on you. Do not give up on what's ahead of you. The moment that we feel like we want to give up is typically when we're close to something breaking through. And so we're all have those moments, all right, where we're like, ooh. And so we want you to push through push through it, get through the week, because there's some on the other side of it. And so typically I ask all my guests, what's your favorite rap lyric and why? I'm going to ask you in the chat, what is your favorite rap lyric and why? I know that the Apple Music, the Spotify's, they're all doing the Wrapped of what you listened to most this year. I was in an interesting place, and pretty much all the songs were Drake for me this year. Normally, I do listen to a lot of Drake, but it breaks up with others. But everything was Drake. So I pray for my mental health. I don't know what that means for me, but that's what I was listening to this year. But whatever and as you post some of your favorite rap lyrics and why, we'll post some of those on the screen. Again, many of us work, whether you're working for yourself or you're working for somebody else or you're looking for work. I'm going to ask Mike, this question is a question I ask all the guests. And don't forget that if you go to our YouTube page and put in Secure the Seat, there are a couple of years worth of content and videos. So even though we haven't been streaming on Mondays for the last few months, go and re-listen to those. There's tons and tons and tons of content, advice right there for free that you can get online and capitalize on. We'll drop that in the chat too, so you can go back and listen. Maybe you just found us, in the summertime or at the top of the year, but there's all sorts of opportunities for you to go back and listen. But Michael, what's one thing people can do to leave the workplace better than they found it?
I think one thing people can do, Minda, is not contributing to the toxicity. If we're one conversation away from opening up new doors, we're also one conversation away from keeping us to our past and back behind ourselves. So at every water cooler or at every virtual water cooler or before every Zoom meeting or before every Google Meet, if we can contribute to cutting back on the backstabbing and the gossip and the comments, because that doesn't help anything. It doesn't encourage anybody. It doesn't help anything. Documentation is one thing. Documenting being treated wrong, documenting a toxic workplace is essential. We want you to do that. But talking about people just to talk about people, or commenting on people's clothes just to comment, or doing something that is adding to the toxicity is not helping workplaces all throughout the world. So let's take a look at ourselves. If you can refrain from a few comments and then just encourage someone. If you don't like their outfit, you don't have to say anything. Maybe they don't like yours. If you don't like something somebody said and they're not hurting anybody, you don't always have to comment, because we're We don't want to add to any toxicity. We want to contribute to positivity. We want to contribute to peace. So as we end this year, just watch your tongue and watch your mouth. See how you can encourage someone. If you are a leader or manager, make sure you are contributing to a workplace where you are keeping stuff confidential. You are keeping stuff between you and yourself, or you and the higher ups or the company. Make sure you are walking in professionalism at all time, because we can all do better in that area if that's something you're trying to do. So I want to encourage you, do not contribute to the toxicity. There's so much toxic behavior in the workplace. Make sure you're including yourself in positive conversations, not always including yourself in negative ones.
Yeah, that's wonderful advice, Michael. Essentially, have some integrity. Have some integrity in the workplace. And don't add to the drama, right? Like we talked about, I said, talk to yourself nice. Let's talk to other people nice too. And so, again, thank you for all of your support throughout the year, of just every like, every attendance, every comment, everything, every share that you have given of things that are on my page. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I couldn't do the work that I do without your support. We wouldn't have a show without your support. And so, again, just thank you for everything. We're sending each and every one of you peace and joy and love during this holiday season. I know that the holidays don't mean the same to every single person. And so be kind to yourself. And we'll see you in 2024. And again, you can find us here on LinkedIn. So make sure that you're following us. We'll drop the information there. You can also attend our next Leadership Book Club on December 18th. That's LinkedIn audio, so you don't even have to show your face. So come to that. And then also, we still have the Secure the Seat writing retreat. So if you said, you know what, I wish I would have joined, there's still time for you to be part. I wish I would have written that book. There's still time for you to do that. Even if you purchase you purchase the package, you get in the retreat, and you don't start it till January, that was one step closer to your goal. Okay. And so we will put everything in the chat. Just because you don't see us going live, we got a lot still going on, still community. And so keep securing your seat, and we'll see you in the new year. Thank you.